Yeah, I mean, one of the things that Kohli was keen to point out before the start of the Test match was that aggression will also depend on the situation. It will depend on the opposition and on what kind of aggression is needed in a particular situation. So aggression is not just about going and playing a shot. Aggression can be even in defense. From that perspective, if you just look at it purely from the rate of scoring perspective, maybe they were not aggressive enough in the real definition of aggression. But in terms of how they approached their plans were aggressive, and also the fact that they were playing one less batsman, and the fact that they had lost two early wickets yesterday, they were only 28 for 2 when Kohli walked out to join Dhawan. So they realized that the onus was on them to be best and also to give the team and the bowlers a big enough lead so that they can try and bowl Sri Lanka out a second time. So from those circumstances, the way that they read the situation and the way they adapted to the needs of the situation, to the demands of the team, I think it was very heartening from an Indian perspective. Dhawan has shown in the past that he can take the bowling apart, but it was a different side to Dhawan, and he was very disciplined outside off stump, which again came as a little bit of a surprise, as a pleasant surprise to many people who have not associated that facet with his batting. But it is good. It is good to watch. It was like proper Test match cricket, 200-run partnership. But still, they didn't score slowly. If you look at it, they still scored about 3.5 runs and over. It's just that the big shots were not there. They worked the gaps. They played the bowling on its merit. They made maximum of the fact that Angelo Matthews was not in the attack. He could not bowl. He was out in the morning through flu. He only came back after lunch, so he could not bowl for 2 hours in the post-lunch session. They just played it very intelligent and very smart. He had a bruise in the palm of his right hand when he dropped Kaushik Silva in the early part of yesterday's of Varun Aaron at slip. And he did take another catch to dismiss Silva also at slip of the same bowler. But after that, he left the slip cordon because there was swelling and there's a little bit of pain. So he fielded away from the slips for the most part of yesterday. And by his own admission, he was in some physical discomfort today. There was a bit of swelling, and the fact that it was a stop hand didn't make it any easier. Therefore, he could not generate the kind of power that he would have otherwise. But again, the fact that he didn't use that as an excuse to play shots or to throw his hand away shows a new maturity that has come into the game. From the time he had a difficult period in Australia, both during the Test series and during the Triangular series. After the Triangular series, there was a little break which sort of refreshed him mentally. Then he went to the nets and sorted out a few technical shortcomings. And now that he finds himself in a happy space, he's able to take the rough with the smooth. And today's innings where he made the most of being dropped twice, surviving a close leg before shout, and the fact that he battled physical pain, I think that was one of the more commendable features of his batting. He's a good young spinner. Like you said, he's young. He's only about 22, if I'm not mistaken, and he's playing only his 4th Test match. He made a debut in New Zealand. He got a 5 at the Peace Oval. He's got the variations. He used the boost very sparingly, though he did get Varun Aaron to support his left. But one of the problems with him, especially when he bowls from round the stumps, is that he gets a little bit into trouble with the side crease, with the no ball. He had 9 no balls in this game. And because he is not a conventional off spinner in the Ashwin mold, for instance, he uses a lot of wrist, a little bit like Murli, not obviously in the same league, but he's a little bit of a risky off spinner, so control is a bit of a problem. He bowled a lot of full tosses, and he was probably fortunate that Kohli and Dhawan were a mindset that they didn't really go after him. On another day, all those full tosses might have proved very expensive for him. Even otherwise, I think he went at more than 4 and over. So, but he's very raw product. He's played a lot of first class cricket. He's got 36 games and about 213 wickets. So it's about six wickets a game, which is fantastic strike rate. But he's still work in progress. Obviously, there's a huge gulf, as he himself acknowledged today, between first-class cricket in Sri Lanka and international cricket. So he will get better as he progresses. But and Sri Lanka need young spinners because Herat is towards the end of his career, and they don't have too many spinning options at the moment. So he is someone that they have to persist with. They have to invest in him. And I think maybe 3, 4, 5 years down the line, if they are patient enough with him, he will deliver the goods. Yeah, it's bad as it is. I mean, they're trailing by 192, 5 for 2 spinners getting wickets in the first and the second over of the innings. Quite surprising. I mean, like you said, there is this notion, and it's a notion that is supported by facts in the past, that the subcontinental players are very good players of spin. But I think what Sri Lanka are going through is a similar situation to what India also experienced when they played Moeen Ali and Nathan Lyon, that there are not as many quality spin options in domestic cricket as there used to be. Consequently, they are not as adept at playing spin bowling as they were in the past when they have quality spinners coming through the ranks. So the absence of spin resources at the domestic level is affecting not just the bowling coming to international cricket, but also their batting. Yasir Shah sort of opened them up totally in the Test series when Pakistan were here not too long back. He got 24 wickets in 3 Test matches, which is one of the reasons why I think India also played Amit Mishra and played 3 spinners in the 11. So yes, Sri Lanka have got a problem with spin, and the problem will only become worse once Sangakkara retires after the next Test match. But they will have to find ways of countering quality spin, which means going back to the drawing board, working hard with their batting and with their batting coaches. In Mavan Attapato, they have a coach who has been successful internationally and was a very good player of spin. So there is no possibility of options that they can turn to become better players of spin, but the desire has to come from within, and that is something that nobody can instill in them. So they know that they have a long road ahead of them, and presumably Sangakkara and Mahela Jayawardena will get involved in the state of affairs at some stage. So yeah, Sri Lanka have problems now, but I think they can look forward to some good help in the future.